Okay, today we want to talk about how to start a profitable Garri processing business. How to start a profitable Garri business. So Garri is actually a popular staple granular food consumed mostly in Africa, which is made from cassava tubers. Garri can be consumed with eba, a stiff dough made by soaking Garri in hot water and kneading it with a wooden batten until it becomes a smooth, doughy staple. Just as you can see in this the picture, Garri is actually can be eaten mostly usually taken as dinner for most people in Africa, and it can also be soaked in water and eaten with bean cakes or peanuts. As you can see in this picture, it can also be consumed in many other ways across various African countries. So this Garri is actually a very important diet in the tables of most African people. So that is why it's a very good business. So why do you have to go into this business? Number one is that there's a high demand for Garri products in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole, in Ghana, different countries in Africa. There's a high demand for Garri products. There's also, this business is actually a profitable business. It's highly profitable because there's almost every household consumes Garri every day, all right, or in every week. Also, it has low startup cost. The business has low startup cost. Also, there's also opportunity for exportation of this Garri product to other countries around the world. You know, in Africans in diaspora in Europe, in America, and Asia, they do crave to have their local delicacies shipped to them. So you can actually produce this Garri and export it. Also, there's an opportunity for job creation. If you can start up this business of Garri processing, you can actually be creating jobs for many people, and because there's actually a supply chain for this business. So how do you actually, let's go into how can Garri is processed. How is cassava processed into Garri? First of all, you harvest and sort your cassava tubers. How do you process cassava into Garri? Because cassava is the raw material for Garri, and Garri is a product that comes from cassava. All right, so how do you process this? Number one, you harvest your cassava and sort it out into cassava tubers. You can see these harvested cassava tubers. All right, so the second thing is to peel the cassava tubers. You peel the cassava tubers, remove the back. All right, and you're left with the white tubers. All right, devoid of the back of it. So the third step you need to do is to wash and clean the tubers. All right, wash and clean the peeled tubers. You wash and clean the peeled tubers. That's the next step if you want to process cassava into Garri. The third step to take is to soak and ferment the cassava tubers to remove hydrocyanic acid. All right, Garri, the cassava contains a hydrocyanic acid, so it has to be soaked. The tubers has to be soaked in water for several hours in order to remove the cyanic acid. That's the fourth step you need to take. The fifth step is to put the fermented cassava tubers in a sack and press to remove water from the tubers. All right, so you put them in a sack. You put the cassava, the soaked tubers into a sack. It is soaked and fermented into a sack, and you now use like a hydraulic press to press out to remove the water from the tubers. All right, in the bag you have to press out to remove it. So the next step to take is, after you have drained the Garri mesh, you sieve the wet cake into grits. Now that Garri, the cassava tubers, that soaked fermented cassava tubers that you have actually pressed to remove the water, it becomes you need to drain water from the mesh in order to it becomes a cake. All right, it becomes a cake in a bag. So that the next step, number 7, is to fry and roast the grits to form edible Garri. So that's the cassava mesh that you have actually fermented and pressed out the water in a bag. You now put them into, you now start frying them. You now fry or roast them in fire. Some people add some oil, but you might not want to add oil. If you want to add oil, you can, but several people do not also add oil, depending on the type of Garri you want to produce. So you roast them, you put in a frying pan or frying pot and roast in fire. You turn them as the fire is heating them up. You keep turning them, and that is how you produce the Garri. All right, you heat them up. So all these processes I've stated can be done manually or by means of a machine. We're going to get into that in a while. They can be done manually or by means of a machine. Now the 8th step is to spread the garri on the roasted garri. You spread on a tiny layer or surface in order to allow it to cool down. All right, so after you have fried or roasted the garri, you now spread it on a tiny layer or surface in order to allow it to cool down. So the next thing you need to do is to sieve or grind the garri to break down the large granules. So after you have actually fried it, there could be some larger granules, so you need to actually break them into pieces or break them into some smaller particles, or by grinding or sieving them. All right, so when you've done that, you can now pack the garri in airtight bags and store them properly, and they are now ready for sales. You can see the middle picture here is a garri that some oil was put while in the process of frying. All right, some oil is put, but other ones, this other picture on the left, the oil, there was no oil put while frying. So this is the garri product. This is ready to eat. This garri has been finally processed. The cassava has been finally processed into garri here, as you can see in these pictures. All right, so now how do you start this business? How? The first thing is to carry out the feasibility study or write a business plan. Almost every business you want to start, you're going to do a business plan. All right, in order, what does a business plan do for you? A business plan actually gives you a detailed analysis for what the business you need to start, what you need to start a business, and also what you need to succeed in this business. All right, it actually helps you to understand, number one, the startup cost and how to raise the startup cost. So that's business. Also the target market survey and analysis. So you're going to know who are these products intended for, and are those people that this product is intended for available. It's called the target market for the product. Also the possible challenges and solutions. Every business comes with challenges, so you're going to do what is called a SWOT analysis, the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats regarding this business, and how you can surmount such challenges, and how you can maximize the gains, that my inherent gains in that business. Now if you need me to do a business plan for you, I'm available. You write on my email address in the description box of this video, and also on the YouTube, on the profile section of this YouTube channel. Do try to send me a message. Whatever business plan you need, whatever feasibility study of any business, I can help you to do a professional business plan. All right, so also a business plan helps you to have what is called a marketing plan. It is incorporated in a business plan. How you're going to reach your potential customers or buyers for your product. Also, it helps you to make some profit projections and expansion plan. Okay, a business plan helps you to also draft out your profit projection for the business. That's not, you are in business to make money. All right, no matter how you shy away from it. So this business, what's my year one profit projection, year 2 profit projection, year 3 on subsequent years, the profit projections of subsequent years, and how you can realize that, how the business is going to succeed. That is the first step to take in when you want to start this business. Second step to take is actually to register your business with the regulatory authority. Several countries have their individual respective regulatory commission. In Africa, like in Nigeria, the Corporate Affairs Commission is required to get approval. You're required to get approval from them. It's a government agency required, necessary or situated or established for the purpose of regulating business operations of private and large businesses as well. So if you want your business to be recognized, you need to register your business with the appropriate business regulatory organization in your country. Number 3, the third step you need to take is to raise the needed funding for your business. And how do you raise funding? You can actually raise funding by saving towards the business over time from personal savings. You want to start a business this year, next year you can start saving from now. You want to start a business in the next 2 years, you can start saving from now, or perhaps in the next 3 years or 5 years, you can start saving right now. And when you've got some amount of money, you might want to also look to others, like consider going into a partnership or taking a business loan from family and friends. Those are other sources of finance for starting a business. You can as well also take loan from financial institutions. There are several financial institutions that have responsibilities of giving loans to small and medium scale enterprises at an affordable rate or interest rate. Also, you might look for what is called the angel investors. Angel investors are rich men and women or entrepreneurs who have got the money and looking for where to invest such money. So you bring the business ideas and they invest their money for some sort of equity or share or profit from the business. So these are some few ways you can raise money for your business. So the first step you need to take is to get a suitable large cassava farmland. This is actually optional. You must not actually have a farmland before you can set up a cassava processing or Garri processing a factory. If actually you don't need it, if you can have readily available sources of your cassava tubers to your factory, you don't actually have to grow this cassava yourself. All right, so this is optional. Number 5, before going into the 5th step, I want to ask please that you kindly subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be alerted when I share new videos. Also, we have a Telegram channel. Please kindly join our Telegram channel. The link to that Telegram channel is in the description box of this video. Why we have a Telegram channel? So that we can rub minds together and you can learn more from one another and how you can establish successful businesses that grow and make money. So the 5th step you need to take is to get a suitable location to establish your processing factory, and such location should have good access roads. It should be close to the source of your raw materials, which is actually your cassava tubers. It should be established in a secured environment and a suitable of a suitable size, like a plot of land at least. It should not be too close to residential buildings due to the possibility of air pollution smell that might come from your factory. So there are regulations around this. In some countries, you might not have your factory too close to residential buildings because of some stench or smell that might come from your factory. So you need to get a suitable land to establish your factory. Number 6 step is to procure the necessary equipment and machines. Some examples of machines you might want to get is harvesters, peelers, washers, graters and chippers, dryers, pots, frying pans, turning spoons, tripods. There are more examples of machines that you might want to get, which include disc mill, tank dryer, aspirators, pressure cookers, cassava grating machines, hammer mill, semi-auto filling machines, industrial seed sealing machines. All right, so more machines could also include blending machine, sieving machine, granular machine, the watering machine, which is also you can also have the hydraulic press, which is also like the hydraulic press, rotary dryer, granulator. You can see some of these pictures. You can see here the cassava grating machine. You can also see the cassava dewatering machine, the Garri dewatering machine, Garri frying machine. There are machines that have been built to make this production process seamless and faster and easier for you, so you can be able to produce in large quantity to meet the market demand. So number 6, the 7th step is to source for reliable cassava tubers suppliers. So you need cassava tubers suppliers in order to be able to produce. If in case you're not producing you're not growing your cassava yourself, which might not actually be the case, because you need to be producing all year round, and you need to source your cassava tubers from a supplier. So such suppliers should actually be reliable for the availability of the product in needed quantities. You can get from local markets in the community. Also, suppliers should be of reliable for quality cassava tubers that are rich, that are not rotten. All right. Also, suppliers should offer competitive services or prices. All right, not exorbitant prices, so that you can actually have a good profit margin. Suppliers should have good after-sales services. Suppliers should have good after-sales service. Also, suppliers should have good customer relations skills. So actually, you are looking for suppliers that will meet your demand, that will supply these cassava tubers to your factory, so that you will not run out of raw materials. So you need these reliable suppliers that can meet your factory business needs, so that you can actually have constant steady production of your Garri. So the 8th step is you need to actually recruit experienced staff. You're looking at staffs that have good technical skills, good human relation skills, dedicated and committed to duty, and also safety conscious staff that have the knowledge of the production of Garri. Or if you intend to train your staff, you might want to train the staff, but you may not have to train everyone. You need to get those. Some of them have to be knowledgeable, who may have worked in a Garri processing factory before, so that they can actually train others that might not have that knowledge. So you need to recruit experienced staff. Very, very important. The staff, your manpower is very important for your business, for your production, when it comes to this production business. So actually now, the next thing you need to do is to start production and start marketing your products. You need to start production. So some ways you can market and promote this business. It includes word of mouth, direct sales, digital marketing, referral marketing at trade fairs or shows, influencer marketing, event sponsorship, including also community outreaches, affiliate marketing, print media, magazines and flyers, radio and TV shows, advertising on moving vehicles, billboards, pay-per-click advertising, SMS marketing, free webinars, social media marketing like the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, etc. Also video marketing like YouTube, blogs and search engine optimization. So these are a few marketing means whereby you can actually several ways you can actually market your product. You need to start production and market. You need to let the word out, let people know about your product, so that you can actually maximize. You could build this product to a point whereby it will grow, service a whole nation, and subsequently you begin to export. So also there are some buyers, some target buyers some buyers you should need to target, like retailers, wholesalers, hotels, restaurants, the general public. So you need to target this to supply them your Garri products. You need to have them in mind and build a good customer relationship, so that good supply chain link, so that you can be able to supply these products to others. So in conclusion, the Garri Processing Business is actually an industry. The industry is a very evergreen industry, because it actually serves the nutritional needs of the people. So if you follow these steps I've outlined in this video, you should be able to build a successful Garri Processing business that would create a lot of jobs for many people. All right, so I would ask that you kindly join our Telegram channel, so that I can actually help you, where we can rub minds together as to how you can start this and many other businesses. Also, if you want me to draft a business plan, whatever kind of business plan you want me to draft for you, I can be able to do that for you. All right, and affordable cost. Just send me an email. My email address is in this profile section of this YouTube channel. All right, so until I come your way next time, do have a wonderful day. Bye.